Welcome back. The Namibian Tourism Board convened the business-to-business networking event themed Namibia Meets the Indian Ocean Islands, bringing together various industries, stakeholders and tourism partners to promote Namibia as the preferred tourist destination. To give more detail, I'm now joined by the Head of Marketing Executive at the Namibia Tourism Board, Charmaine Matheus. Charmaine, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, good evening, Nina. Good evening to the viewers, and thank you for having me.
Charmaine, talk to us about the rationale behind the business-to-business network session held earlier today.
Yes, indeed, it has been an exciting week for Namibia, also for the Namibian Tourism Board. We welcomed about 13 tourism product managers from the Indian Ocean Islands into our beautiful country. And really the idea was for them to have an 8-day familiarization trip throughout our beautiful destination. So really, this idea stemmed from about a year ago, where we had a mission in Mauritius, and we actually met up with trade from the Mauritian destination, and we discussed on ways on how to actually, bring the two destinations together and enhance travel between the two. So really, as I mentioned, it's been a couple of months, and prior to this session, we've also engaged in online workshops with the presenters from key Namibian tourism associations, in addition to obviously the fam trip that happened now, and which really then birthed this idea for a B2B networking session to connect the two trade.
And of course, discussions like this in the end lead to, the conversation on drawing more tourists to Namibia. So what are some of these strategies or ideas that have come from the engagement with the Indian Ocean Islands?
Right, indeed, an amazing opportunity for the trade to share best practices, but also just share growth opportunities and ideas on how to really enhance arrivals, especially for Namibia here, which was a key focus area. And obviously, I'd like to mention that this was in partnership with South African Airways. And coming to some of the strategies that we've discussed is also just ensuring that we partner up with key industry players and brands that really foster the growth and that idea or that plan to actually enhance our travelers' numbers or arrival statistics into Namibia. So obviously, it's no news, and for those who are probably aware, our line ministry had launched the tourism annual statistics report earlier on this year, which really showcased an increase in our arrival numbers, and really we could tell that 2022 was indeed a year of exceptional performance, but also recovery. And with that, we realized that there is indeed still a lot of work that needs to be done, and we need to ensure that Namibia remains top of mind, and that we are that travelers are well aware of Namibia, how to get to the destination, but also what we have to offer. So a lot of discussions that happened around that as well. And I think one of the key outcomes was really just understanding the importance of fostering inter-Africa travel, and then diversifying as well into other markets. As I mentioned earlier, that there is the need for growth, and there's still a lot of markets out there that are untapped, as just the same way Namibia is also untapped to other regions. There are areas that we can tap into and really diversify into, drawing a different kind of segment in addition to what we are normally used to, like the European markets and obviously the USA as well, and the African market that we've been focusing on. So in addition to that, really just assisting new entrants, the DMCs and tour operators who are new in the market, to be able to benefit from that diversification and from that growth as well. In that, creating employment, which is we all know is a key challenge for our country at the moment. So we're really hoping that these kind of platforms could foster those kind of conversation and obviously result into tangible evidence and results for the industry.
Well, really inspiring and exciting to hear you say, Charmaine, that, you know, the tourism assessment report, I hope I'm terming it correctly, showed that, you know, the entry of foreigners into the country is on an upward spiral. That's a great thing to hear, because there was a time and a period when we thought that the tourism industry would take a very, very long time to recover from you know, the effects of COVID-19. So that's great. And with the world shifting into, you know, artificial intelligence, what role does, you know, technology play, Charmaine, in sustaining and preserving Namibia's uniqueness through tourism?
Yes, Nina, of course, and to the viewers, of course, we understand that technology it serves as a catalyst for innovation and growth, and you know, really just assisting us in making informed decisions, data-driven decisions, making being able to have, you know, enhanced and targeted approach in how we personalize our communications. In addition to that, also just the internet has drastically changed how we communicate and how we're able to showcase our offers. So just to give an example, with this current trade, the Indian Ocean Islands, I mentioned earlier that this B2B event was preceded by a networking, an online engagement session, and that again, with our technology allowing us or giving us the opportunity to be able to engage with the trade in a whole different area, whole different destination. Ideas such as this could have probably not stepped, but just to give emphasis on how important it is to incorporate technology in your in rolling out your initiatives in today's era as well. So obviously, in addition to that, we do have, as the National Tourism Board, we've launched our website and our social media pages, which also enables us to run digital campaigns and online campaigns, of which we are planning to launch a domestic campaign very soon, targeting our locals and really just promoting our very own people and our very own ambassadors, first ambassadors, our Namibian, the public to travel the destination.
That's fantastic. And of course, it's always nice when we have visitors in our country, and I always ask them this question: what's your impression of our country? How do you like it? You know, what are the things that stand out to them? So what are the impressions of the visitors about our tourist destinations?
Look, obviously, besides our beautiful landscapes and wildlife, you know, I think that's the first thing that you think of when you think tourism. In addition to that, one of Namibia's key selling points is really just our unlimited space and that privacy that we have to offer. And if you think of our high-end markets, that is really considered a luxury for them, being able to travel to a destination where you have privacy, unlimited space and privacy. And that is really one of the key focus areas that we have in terms of our communication, especially targeting our high-end or luxury market. So we know that you know, there's so much more and there's so much that the destination has to offer. I mean, our landscapes to start off with it's just out of this world. You know, it's like having different countries in one, and we have so much to offer, and really just focusing on our unique selling points, that is what we bring forth, and I believe that is what attracts people to actually travel to Namibia. And
of course, not forgetting the warm and sunny people of the country itself.
Right. That actually came up today in one of the conversations from the Indian Ocean trade. Yes, correct.
Charmaine, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you for having me. All right, Nina.
That was Charmaine Matheus, who's Head of Marketing Executive at the Namibia Tourism Board, speaking to us there via Zoom. We'll be right back, and then we look at some health after the short